Hi, I'm Apeksha, a 24 years old from India who designs, travels, cooks, writes, and occasionally dream of becoming a Wonder Woman. Not because I want to wear a cape, but because I want to live with purpose. Because I believe that empathy, creativity, and courage, the superpower she carries, are exactly what we need in the today's world. But let me rewind a little. I was born into a big, noisy, and deeply loving joint family in India. The kind where dinner was a group sport and everyone knew everything about everyone. My cousins grew up to become engineers, doctors, and lawyers, a very respectable profession. And then there was me, the odd one out, the black sheep, the girl with crayon stained hand and full of questions. While others solved equation, I was busy designing clothes for my friends, family, and myself. While everyone was searching for clarity, I was happy living in my own bubble of curiosity. I didn't have a 5 years plan, but I had a gut instinct and I followed it. I studied journalism in Delhi during COVID, an unusual time to begin anything, right? But in that confinement, I found my voice that broke through the walls. And more importantly, I gave space to others to find their voices as well. I launched a YouTube channel that became a platform for teenagers to express what they were going through. Editing videos in the middle of the night, writing script for strangers, interviewing voices that were often unheard, I realized I love creating things that connected people. And slowly, and almost unknowingly, I stumbled upon design. Not the pixel perfect, Pinteresty style aspect of it, but the kind that asks deeper questions. Who is this for? Why does this matter? What will the viewers feel? That curiosity took me to Mumbai, the city of dreams. I joined a design school where I saw learning happen in classroom and outside them. It happens in local train, on footpath, in overheard conversation and chai break. Soon the city became my canvas. In just 11 months, I worked on 10 different projects. All of them were life projects, from service design to UX UI to speculative design. And while I loved the variety, one project that absolutely changed everything for me. We were assigned to a chaotic 4 a.m. flower market of Dadar. Most of us showed up thinking that it would be another academic exercise. But by the end of the month, we had spoken to over 70 people, vendors, buyers, cleaners, loaders. We built a solution that definitely wasn't glamorous, but it was grounded in empathy. Reflecting on the experience after, we realized that we gained something more valuable than anecdotes, a trust, a lifetime worth of stories, and hunger to listen better. That's when I understood what design really is. Not just a skill, but a way to seeing world. Design thinking is what makes the wheel of innovation turn. After Mumbai, I moved to Dehradun, a quiet, sleepy town tucked in Himalayas. I had taken up a job to redesign a company's website, my first full life project. But what I really learned was how to live by myself. I have never lived alone. I didn't know how to set up a Wi-Fi or cook a rice or fix water filters, but I figured it out. I started taking long walks, talking to strangers, and journaling under the trees. And somewhere between mountain air, internet crashes, I discovered the joy of solidarity and solo traveling. Then came Hyderabad, my first full time corporate job. A new city, a new role, and a very real understanding of how design operates at scale. With deadlines, stakeholders, approvals, and dreadful feedback loop. But outside the work, I was a building life too. I started cooking regularly, not just for survival, but for joy. I hosted game nights, got a cat, signed up for yoga, and finally stopped ordering food every single night. In March this year, I also completed my first ever solo trip. I met people from cultures I have only read about, shared stories over roadside meals, and laughed with strangers who honestly felt like my old friends. And I had this realization that hasn't left me ever since. All of us appeared to be so different. We speak different languages, indulge in different cuisines, and even follow different traditions. But deep down, we laugh at the same thing and we cry at the same thing. At a human level, we are all so much more similar than we think. And I want to design for that thread of common humanity. That's what drew me to Singapore too. I had visited briefly with my brother, and what struck me the most wasn't the tech or infrastructure, although that was incredible, but how seamless, human centered every experience was, from transportation to hospitals to inclusive and how inclusive and intuitive public spaces felt. At Changi Airport, we bonded over Smile Challenge experience, a tiny interaction designed for delight. It reminded me that good design doesn't always scream for attention. Sometimes it just wants people to feel seen. Design taught me to look beyond the screen, to create for people. Today, I care deeply about the intersection of design, technology, and humanity. I want to design experiences that make people feel seen, included, and empowered. As AI evolves, as fintech changes how we relate to the money, and we address climate change and redefine accessibility, I believe design has a crucial role to play. Not just in making things usable, but in making them meaningful. We need designers who can speak the language of innovation and empathy, who can build for scale and for soul. I have done the grown up thing, a bachelor's degree, a post graduation, a corporate job, but now I want to take a pause. I want to learn and reimagine. I want to learn from the best, to be challenged, collaborate with diverse minds, stretch my boundaries of what I think I can do. This design program at SUTD will be a perfect launchpad for this, as it value design not just as aesthetic but as system thinking, innovation, and impact. And I'm ready. I'm ready to build ideas that matter, ready to listen more, ready to learn better, and dream bigger. Because somewhere between the girl with the crayon and the woman I'm becoming, I know this. I'm meant to do design. And I'm meant to design things that move people, not just functionally, but meaningfully.